Hey there, this is Dave Gardner, and if you are wondering what LiveGood is, I'm going to give you an explanation. And you've probably been seeing a lot of it online through advertising, through Facebook messengers, through Facebook feeds, maybe Facebook ads. It is rapidly growing. It is one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing business opportunity in the world right now. And this is the end of May 2023. The company is created by Ben Galinsky and Nader Kazan, and Ben was the one who created Skinny Body Care years ago, if you're familiar with that company. And he got sick and fed up with the industry, the way that the prices were jacked up, and only the people at the top are really getting some of those commissions, and people down at the bottom were having a hard time struggling getting members to join and getting people to become part of the business, because most companies required a startup kit that was possibly hundreds of dollars. And a lot of times they incentivized you and said that, okay, you could get that first rank, whether that's bronze or silver or gold or, whatever the terminology is. And he went away from it, and he basically blended and merged his company in with another company, got out, retired. And over the last few years, especially during the pandemic, when people were getting ill and lacking certain nutrients because basically systems were shut down, and stuff wasn't able to get from one place to another because of basically trade routes, and everything was shut down. And so on top of that, we have economic fallout, and the economy is kind of tanked out, and so people are limited with the amount of available funds they have. And so long story short, Ben and Nader created this company called LiveGood. And right now, in the beginning, they are focusing on health and wellness products, but that doesn't mean they're limited to health and wellness. They can plug in any product that they want. And so right now you see, for example, the initial mission to help people get healthy, stay healthy without having to spend a fortune to do it. And so I want to show you a little bit about the member area and explain a little bit more about the ins and outs of LiveGood and some of the benefits you can have as a member when you join my team. And so if we log in to my account, just going to show you some of the things you'll see here. And so we will log in. And the products, obviously, as I mentioned, are the key thing. Any business, you want to make sure you have a product. They have about 20 right now. So, for example, where it says shop, you can actually go in and you can see a price comparison. You can see details about the ingredients, and you can also see a certificate of analysis for each one. And so just quickly going over, there's a men's and women's vitamin. The big difference between the women's vitamin or multivitamin is that it also has an iron material added as well. And so if you click on any of the learn mores, if you're looking at the website, when you click on learn more, not only can you find out more details, but you'll also be able to see a price comparison. And so personally with LiveGood, whether you're a member or not, you're still going to get a better price than you would likely get in any other company. And so, for example, the member price, if you're actually a member with LiveGood, we'll get to those details in a second, you are going to pay $9.95 for a bottle of the multivitamins. If you are just a customer, if you haven't created your membership, you are going to pay $17.95. Now, if we just scroll down, again, there's a lot of details there. You can read about the background, the detail, what the benefit is for you. You can see that, notice they're cruelty-free, obviously, no animal testing, manufacturing is processed and secured, non-GMO certified, basically lab tested, vegan, and some of these we will also see a USDA certified stamp as well. And so you can actually see each of the competitive major categories from other companies. So for example, Metagenics, Numedica, these are other companies that are out there that promote a similar comparable item, but notice the price is nowhere near close. So you're saving 75 or 78% relative to this company, and you're saving 65% relative to Numedica. And then it tells you some examples of best way to use it and how to use it. And as I mentioned, over here on the bottom left, when you scroll all the way down, if we open this in a new tab, the certificates of analysis, you can actually get a certificate of analysis on every single product that's made, because obviously they go through rigorous testing. And so we can see all the products here as well. And as they add more products, they'll be adding more of the testing. And so if you click on that one, for example, view certificate, it will pop open a new window, and you'll get a PDF download of the actual certificate, just to show that it goes through all the testing. So you're going to get testing in color. Notice we're looking for things that could be grown and could be detrimental to the health of the person consuming the actual material. So things like yeast, mold, coliform, E. coli, staphylococcus, salmonella, and other things. And so they're making sure that the products that they're creating in the lab, that they're going to send out, and they're going to do those appropriately and consistently so that they follow that process. So you can get the certificates of analysis for each of the products, which is really cool. We'll get to this in a minute, their YouTube channel. And so if we go back to shop, as I mentioned, we have men's and women's multivitamins. And there is a slew of basic nutrients that we need right now in our body. For example, vitamin D and vitamin K2. We have the ultra magnesium complex, plant-based protein. Most plant-based protein is usually more expensive than your whey protein, because obviously there's a lot more going to be involved to grow that and to produce the products that this come from. And so, as I mentioned before, notice we have a lot more stamps on this one. And so we got 100% vegan, third-party lab tested, soy-free, nut-free, GMO, gluten-free, so on and so forth. Comparing some of the prices, it's $22 for the member price for plant-based protein, $59 for something like Truvani, total vegan, $62. I was in a company before called Juness, and theirs was like $60. So even at the retail price of $34, let's say you didn't join and you just wanted to try it out, $34 is comparable to what you might pay at a Walgreens or a Walmart or a Costco. Something similar, you're going to spend about that much. And so again, goes through, talks about what it's made of. We got the pea protein, organic hemp protein, fermented protein, amino acids are in there. And also this is a complete protein or protein shake because it also has 26 vitamins and minerals. So it is mixed with other things. And again, with each one you can go through, I know the print's kind of tiny, but you can go through and, we can probably zoom into the camera, or, you could zoom and make your computer bigger, but you can actually see all of the items and ingredients that are actually in here to see how they're actually made. And so just to go back, like I said, right now they are focusing on health and wellness, but they can start to add anything in there. And so, for example, if you think about something like Amazon started with selling books, and now books are just a small fraction of all the types of materials that are found on Amazon. So we have the organic super greens and the super reds. I do a combo of the plant-based protein, the super greens and super reds, mix them all together, make a nice great shake. I also do the organic coffee once in a while. I'm not really a coffee drinker. That's more my girlfriend. And we have CBD oil. We have CBD oil for pets. We got amino acids. We got factor 4. And then we have some limited items. The E3 is an energy, instant youth, and skinless serum if you want to tighten up your skin, look younger. And we're starting to do some product packages. Now, most companies will have kits that you can buy. And what's going to happen here with the kits, they're actually coming out with an international kit that's going to be a better value that we can ship worldwide for a lower price and make it a lot easier for countries to get it. We also have some clothing, hats, t-shirts. And like I said, right now it's focused on the fact that it is health and wellness, but that's not where we have to limit it. Now, it's also a membership. Okay, the membership is $9.95 a month to qualify for those reduced rates. Or if you go in at the yearly rate, you can actually save $20, and it is $99 for the year. So again, that is $9.95 a month, or it is $99 for the year. And again, the big difference is that you're going to save that range between the wholesale and the retail rate. And in most cases, that's anywhere from $8 to $12. And so even if you just bought one product a month, you're actually breaking even on that membership fee. If you buy 2 products a month, now you're really saving some money. And so a lot of people are buying 3 or 4 products. Maybe you're buying the greens, the reds, and a protein, and you could be saving $30 just by being a member at $9.95 a month. So highly recommended you become a member. An even higher recommendation that you actually get in at the annual to save yourself $20 on top of it all. And so if you think about it, Amazon, again, I mentioned Amazon starting with books. Amazon is the same way. You have a yearly or possibly a monthly fee that you're paying Amazon, Amazon Prime, just to get free shipping. You don't even save anything on Amazon Prime. You do get the free shipping. So I guess you're saving in that sense, but you're not saving on the product prices, is what I wanted to say. And in Prime, maybe you get some free music or you get a chance to watch Prime Video. But again, you're not getting those items for any cheaper. And so as we start and continue, what's not listed here right now at this viewing, there is a CBD muscle cream that has a nice minty aroma, like not kind of like your Bengay or type, like whatever that like minty freshness that you would have when you use one of those creams. So that actually sold out. There was about 1,000 they were doing just on a trial basis, and that will be coming back in. And so one of the good things is that a few of these products in the 5 months since launch have actually sold out. So it's a great testament that those products are actually being used or being requested, and they're really being, I guess people really want them. And so like I said, I've enjoyed the greens and the reds. I take the multivitamins as well, and it just keeps me living a happy, healthy life. And I also stay healthy on top of it as well. I get out and walk. I ride the bike now and again. I hike. Don't run as much. Legs are getting a little older, but just to give you a little detail there. So the shop, again, we have lots of different products. As far as the business side of things, you can actually promote the business. And so if you go down, for example, where it says my websites, you will actually have a few websites. I believe they're going to be creating more for each individual product page so that we can individually focus on products if we want to promote or send someone just a link for the protein or someone a link for the super greens, then we'll be able to do that as well. And so right now there's 3 major sites. One is business related and one is just showing the products only at the the retail price. And then there's another one that compares retail and wholesale together to kind of incentivize people and show people that there is a benefit to becoming a member. And so with the business, there's actually 6 ways to earn. And so if we go through and I'll show you and share my earnings, and again, little earnings disclaimer here, you will only make earnings, obviously, or better earnings if you are actively promoting. However, there is a way to earn commissions in LiveGood without ever having to sponsor someone, assuming you are a member and an affiliate. And so to become a member, we said, was either the $9.95 a month or $99 for the year. To become an affiliate and be able to actually promote the products and earn off of those, it's a one-time $40 fee. Again, a one-time $40 registration fee to become an affiliate. And what that allows you to do is to earn commissions on many different levels. Instead of just, maybe 1 or 2, you're going to earn them on up to 6 different ways, or really over 6 different ways now that they've created another ranking level. And so I'll go through those in just a minute. But just to show you my earnings, I joined notice these are zeros the first couple weeks. I joined on January 26th. So there was nothing going on the first couple of weeks, and I started sponsoring people. And so I earned, $25 one week, $25 the next. And that was because I sponsored pretty much like one person a week. I sponsored 3 people this week and got it. So one of the cool things is you get paid on the following week in which someone joins. And payday is every Thursday. And if someone joins, for example, so today I'm filming this, it's a Monday. If someone joins anywhere from Monday through the Thursday cutoff night, they still have 7 days to refund or to say that they don't want to be part of LiveGood. So there is a 7-day waiting period. And so between Monday and Thursday, that would be still part of that 7 days. I would not get paid on that Thursday for that person. I would get paid on the following Thursday for that person because it had been over the 7-day waiting period or refund period. And so when you do that and think about that, just, again, pointing it out, if you promote and someone joins you, you're not going to get paid on that next Thursday automatically. Now, if someone joins on a Friday, often the Friday people that have joined are getting paid out on the Thursday. It's just the way that it's working so far, or at least what I've registered and recognized. But if someone joins from a Saturday through a Thursday, they will not be paid on until the next Thursday. And so the way you get paid, I mentioned a $40 registration fee to become an affiliate. Every person you sponsor, you earn a 50% commission on that. So you earn $20 back from that person you sponsor. So if you sponsor 2 people, not only do you break even on the $40 registration that you don't ever have to pay, it's not an annual fee, it is a one-time $40 fee. You've broken even after 2 people, And you've also achieved the first rank of bronze inside the team as far as growth and what rank you would be as far as a distributor or as a sponsor. So the other part, so notice this says 25, 20 was from the registration, but also the first month is a $10 fee, or like we said, $9.95 is the membership fee to be a member in LiveGood. You earn a 50% commission off of that, and so 50% of that is $5, and so you're getting really $25 from every person you sponsor, and therefore from that point forward, that person is now part of the team growth. Every month thereafter, they're still paying $9.95. You're not going to get another $5 every month. What happens is now those commissions start to spread amongst the whole team, and they start to spread on the matching bonuses and the team growth bonuses, which I'll explain in a little bit. So for this week, for example, I had 3 people that was 75. I referred another 3 people, 75. Notice this says 0 because that was the monthly amount. Now, every month they go through and then they tabulate the whole team growth based on how many people are in your team below you, and you get paid a certain amount of money per each person that's been in there at least from the second month forward. Because again, the first month goes towards the affiliate who referred them. They're $5. The second month forward, there's a set amount, and I'll get to that explanation in a little bit. So I had a nice week here, sponsored 4 people, 100. Then notice this one's a little bit different, 76 and 66. Now the numbers start to make a little different of values. And so when we look at this, we can actually click on any single one of these rows. You can actually click and actually see what it came from and where they came from. So notice my affiliate referral bonuses. So these are people that were directly referred out of the $40 commissions, earning 50%. But you also not only earn on your own, you earn a percentage of people below you, so many levels. And so, or they call them generations. So for example, I personally sponsored these 2, so I got $20 on each of them. But then one of those people, it was this person specifically here, Raman Sharma, sponsored all of these. Sorry, he sponsored these 2. Notice they are on level 2. So he actually sponsored those 2 people. And what out of the 40%, I earn a 10% commission on the effort of his work. So I didn't have to do anything, and I earned these extra $8, $4, and $4 for people he brought in because they were on my second level. And then I believe it was Deepika, who then, notice we have people on row 3 or level 3. Deepika brought in Rahana and Rhea. And so when people are in my third level, I get a 5% commission on any work that they do. So I earned $20 for enrolling Raman, but then there was another, $8, $10, $12 that was from work from other people in his downline and amongst himself. And that's a great thing to consider, is that it's not just about the work you do. You can get paid on a percentage at multiple levels deep. And so if you go through, that was $52. And if we go back, I earned other money because of the membership. So again, the affiliate, that was out of the $40. Then if we do the same thing out of that $9.95 for the first month, notice I earned an additional $14. And so again, there's Raman. So those are the 2 people that I sponsored for that month, and it's the $5 and $5. But again, we still follow that 10% and 5%. So for example, Raman sponsored again these 2 people on my second level, and Marcy also sponsored this person. So of those $5, or really it's the $10 monthly fee, you earn a 10% commission off of anyone that you sponsor and then who they sponsor. So again, if I sponsor you and then you go to sponsor someone else, I'm earning 10% on that person. You're earning 50% on that person. I'm earning 10%. So I earned an extra $1 for those 3 people. And then because Deepika then went and sponsored 2 more people, it's a 5%. So 5% out of $10 is 50 cents. So there's another 50 cents. And that's going to happen month after month when people bring people in. Okay, it's not monthly on everyone's membership. Okay, make that clear again. It's not monthly on everyone's membership. It's only every time people bring people in. So on their first month in, you're going to have either the $5, you're going to earn a $5 commission if you directly sponsor them. If they are in your second level, it's a 10% commission, so therefore it's going to be $1. If they're in the third level, it's a 50%, or excuse me, 5% or 50 cents. And then it keeps getting smaller down very levels deep. And the whole point is, over time, obviously, you want to have some nice team growth. Now, what I want to point out next, again, with some of these commissions, again, this is just on affiliate and membership. What they have, again, and I mentioned one a minute ago being a 0. Notice I had a 0 in March because I had just come in, nothing really happened. And then, where'd we go here? Check the March monthly. Yeah, so March monthly was $1.62. And that's paid out in the first week of April. And so what this is based on my team size. So if we click that, I only earned $1.62. But again, it was a little bit of both. Some of it was from matching bonuses and matrix bonus. So it's people that I personally sponsored, their numbers, but I also match on who they have sponsored and who they have underneath them. Whether they sponsored them or not, it's about the numbers underneath. So for example, if we look at the matrix bonus, these are all the people that were underneath me that had been in their second month. And so you earn a quarter. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but you earn a quarter on every single person that's underneath you in the matrix, whether you have sponsored them or not. Now, this is huge because in most other compensation plans, if you didn't sponsor someone, you don't earn anything off of them if they're in like other levels, or, you know, maybe if you have like lopsided legs in your team building and team growth, you might not earn anything. Here, you earn a portion of the pie for every single person who's there, whether you sponsored them or not, whether they're 1 level below you, whether they're 8 levels below you or 100 levels below you. You have the ability to earn off of them because you're going to be matching teams as they go through this. And I'll get more in depth of that as we continue to look at the pay plan. And so I earned money off of this. But then when we look at some of these names, for example, I want you to remember the names James and Mariana, because those are the people that are some of my first people that I sponsored. And so not only did I earn because they were in the matrix or they were in the back end team, but when we go into the matching bonuses is where it's going to really get nice. And this is just my first. This was the first month where I was able to qualify. And so notice there's James and Mariana again. James earned 50% in his matrix, so I earned 50% of that. I earned an additional 25 cents. Mariana only earned 25 cents, so I earned an additional 12 cents. So notice that was in March. Okay, so March I only earned $1.62, but the team has continued to grow. So if we go and look at the April one, which is paid in May, notice it went from $1.62 right up here to $13.34. So if we click on that, notice my matching bonus was actually more than my matrix bonus, because number one, I make on whatever's in my group. Okay, but then all of the people that are in different little positions, they also have people underneath them, and they're making some money, and he's making some money, and she's making some money over here. I'm matching on, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. I'm matching on multiple people. Now, at the time I am creating this video, I have personally enrolled or sponsored 38 people. A couple of them decided to quit. And so there was some shifting in the matrix. People were moving up in their positions. When you lose out, you lose out. People will fill and occupy those spaces. And so it's beneficial to you to maintain your membership. And so over that time, obviously people have grown, some people have left, some people have, not paid their membership. And so we got to remind them at the end of the month, and they've re-upped towards the end of the month. And some people have been active and promoted and sponsored people. Some people haven't. But notice again, we go into the matrix bonus, $6.25, because this shows all the people that I have. So there was 2 people in my first level, so it's 25 cents on every person. I had 4 people in my second level. 4 times a quarter is $1. 8 times a quarter is $2. And I had $7.75, and there was 2 and 2. So I earned $6.25. And then this goes through and breaks down every single person. So these are all the people that are on my team. And notice you see the enrollers. So like I said, I've enrolled most of the people, but then we also have some duplication. So Marcy enrolled 1, Team Unstoppable enrolled 2, Deepika enrolled. And those are the people I was talking about as of that point in the month. And so it becomes even better when you consider the matching bonuses. Like I said, my matching bonuses were even more than my regular bonuses. And so notice now every single person that is under me that I have sponsored, I am going to match what they get. I'm going to match 50%. So if you remember, mine was like $6 or something. And really that's split on two sides. Really it's about $3 and $3 on both sides. So Mariana had $3.50, so I get half of that, $1.75. James was at $2.25, so I get half of that, $1.12. John had $2, I get $1. And so again, the matching bonuses are huge. So again, you're looking at, and I'm matching every single one that I had personally sponsored up to that point that actually has someone underneath them that earned money. I get 50% of what they made. So I get a total of $7.09, but some of them are only making a couple cents, quarter, dollar. But again, as their team grows, they're going to start to make more money, which obviously leads to you making more money. So you have to consider that. It's about not just, what's underneath you, because some people want to come in and they hear that LiveGood that you can make money without sponsoring anyone. And that's true. Some of these people, most of these people have not sponsored anyone. So for example, Steve hasn't sponsored one person yet. He made $1. Okay, Musika Moses hasn't sponsored anyone, made $1. Ethel hasn't sponsored anyone, made 75 cents. And so a couple of these are starting to promote. Now, this is the one that was for the month of April. We're just coming to the end of May. So in a week or so, I'm going to get another matrix bonus. And I'll be able to compare that it should likely continue to grow and continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so overall, like I've said, there's different ways that you can earn, and sponsoring someone obviously is one of the main ones. Okay, it's not the only one. So if we go through, I want to go through and look at the pay plan description with you just to break down a little bit to show you the different ways in which you can earn with LiveGood. And so there are 6 major ways. Really, there's a 7th they got to add, but the 6th and 7th are basically the same thing. It's just a higher ranking. And so the first one is weekly fast start commissions. I mentioned these before. This is where you sponsor someone. Someone pays the $20, or excuse me, the $40 registration to become an affiliate, and they pay their $9.95 a month. So really they're paying $49.95 that first month. In theory, if they paid the $99 instead, obviously that's more on the person, but it also alleviates any issues of having to worry that their membership will lapse during a month or they'll forget to make a payment. But of that $49.95, whether they did the full year or did the first month, that is what the first commission is based out of. And so, like I said, regardless of what your rank is, whether you've sponsored someone or before, anyone that you personally sponsor, they're on your level 1, you are going to earn a 50% commission. It doesn't matter what your rank is. You earn a $20 commission out of the 40, and you earn a $5 commission out of the original monthly membership of $9.95. Now, I am currently at a silver rank, and so I can go down levels deep. So I mentioned how, and I showed you where I earned a $4 commission, and I earned a $2 commission, then I earned $1.50. So this is where I am right here. So someone that I sponsored, I earned 50%, but when they sponsored someone, that makes that person on my second level or my second generation, I earn a 10% match on what they made. So 10% of $40 was $4. Then they went and sponsored someone a little bit below that, and so now I also earned a $2 commission out of the 40 because it's 5%. As you continue to rank up higher, become gold, platinum, and diamond, you go farther levels deep. And this can become massive with you because you're earning 10 levels deep. These are people that could be hundreds of levels below you in the team building platform. So method number 1 to earn commissions is fast start bonuses. And like I said, you get paid on them the following Thursday of whatever week they join, because there's a 7-day refund period. The next one is the matrix commissions. I pointed out, everyone was 25 cents. So notice it's 2.5%. Doesn't matter where you are. However, when you go from silver, you can't really see this, but unranked, then bronze, silver, gold, you open up an additional level of your actual matrix. So you can actually have multiple people or more people. Now, I don't know if I have the number right here. I think I actually do have the sheet. But just to give you a perspective, and this is where you hear the number and see the numbers. And I want to just, again, to be transparent, in order to get and earn, and this is where you may have seen something about earning up to $2,000 without ever sponsoring anyone, just to give perspective, it is possible, but it's not probable. In order to completely fill, you'd have to completely fill 12 levels in your team, at 12 levels, there are a total of 8,190 people. And if you take 8,190 people and multiply that by a quarter, you get $2,000. Okay, that should make sense. 8,000 and a quarter of 8,000 is $2,000. Okay, so that should make sense. Once you rank up, all you have to do is sponsor your first 2 people, and you automatically open up that 13th level. At 13th level, you can have 16,000 people. Okay, 16,000 people could totally fill up the matrix. Now, the likelihood of that happening is rather slim, but again, it's possible, because what happens is maybe you have your first few people fill up and the top of your matrix looks full, or your platform looks full, but then maybe people on one side don't act and people on the other side really take action, and then this side gets full and the other side doesn't. So you might have more people on one side than you do the other, and when you look at their numbers, it just doesn't consistently increase. And so just to keep that in perspective, but these are maximum numbers that are possible. Obviously, if you were to fill all 15 levels and everyone was there, everyone was monthly, $16,000 just for having people pay their $9.95 matrix below you. Now, that's just the people that you sponsored, but then you match. Okay, you match on that, and you match percentages below that. That's where it becomes extremely powerful. So you get the matches, and there's other videos. I'm going to show you the LiveGood website and a little bit on YouTube. They go more in depth, and I would highly recommend joining either the Thursday or Friday webinars. Thursday night, every Thursday night, they have an 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called the Cutoff Zoom or Cutoff Training Webinar. They talk about the products, they talk about the compensation plan, they have a trainer come in, a little bit about a promotion, and then they talk about how every Thursday night, people that have pre-enrolled will enter the platform, and they will end up at the highest position that's available below the person who sponsored them. And so every Thursday night is an important night. And then Friday morning, everything starts fresh again with, basically a full week of promotions leading up to that next Thursday night. And so Thursday, every noon or 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there is another rank up training. In the rank up training, they talk about, the team growth and how the numbers have developed, maybe any new highlights on products, or what's going on internationally with new distribution centers or new product packages. And then they usually have 3 or 4 trainers come on to give some great tips and great strategies. And, they recognize people who have made diamond that week, or, maybe ranked up, give numbers of how many made bronze, how many made gold, silver, platinum, and then diamond, or possibly even crown diamond, which is the latest and greatest. And that is the bonus 7th way to earn commissions. And so get rid of this sheet here. Don't need that anymore. And so you, again, are going to match. And so, like I said, even though I was earning money, so let's say, Bob on the left also earned $2. I earned 50% of that. And let's say James earned $10. I earned 50% of that. So even though I'm earning this money, like I said, money, but I'm also matching on everything they earn. So it's a great way to continue to grow your business. And our next way to earn commission is retail commission. Now, obviously, LiveGood is a product-centered or product-based company. It does have a membership. Like I said, it's a membership model. And the retail, obviously, is when you would sell the actual products to people. And what you're going to get is a 50% commission on any of the difference between the wholesale price and the retail price. And so, for example, when we were considering those vitamins, they were, let's say they were $10 for wholesale, but maybe they were $18 for retail, and that's a difference of $8. You were going to earn a 50% commission on that. So you earn $4, for example, for every bottle of vitamins you sell to someone who's just a customer and who has not created a membership. And the cool thing on that, again, is you can earn a multi-level percentage of that. And so, for example, as a silver sponsor myself, I had someone who sold a bottle of vitamins or sold something one day. And for example, I earned a commission off of that. And it was, it was just a couple dollars, but maybe the person earned $6 to $7 and I earned $1 or $2 from, maybe it was $1.50 from that, because they're earning 50% of the difference. I'm earning 10%. And just like the matching bonuses we saw above when you sponsor people, same thing happens with retail. The more you are ranked, or the higher you're ranked, the farther on that you can earn with lower people in your team, sponsoring others, or selling retail commissions. The next one is if you actually sell a lot of retail product, you can increase that commission rate as high as 100%. So if you are some influencer and all of a sudden, boom, you can sell $50,000 of products to your customers, and they come in as customer sales, not member sales, you're going to earn that whole $8. So for example, again, if it was a $10 product at wholesale versus, in membership price, or 18 as a retail, you're going to earn a difference on that $8. But if you're selling $50,000 a month, that actually gets boomed or bumped up to 100%. So to be an influencer has its perks, has its benefits. The more of an influencer you are, the more your percentage you can do. So if you're earning and selling $2,500 of product a month, you're going to earn 60% of that. 5,000 is 70%, 10,000 80%, 25,000 90%, and then 50,000 100%. So there are some perks and there are some benefits, and they do kind of compensate you better. If you sell more, then they give you more. Okay, and that's a really great scenario. Instead of just having it flat across the board, you can actually ramp up and exponentially increase your commissions when you actually have a better sales. The last two, I mentioned there's 7. The last 2 are what's known as the diamond bonus pool and then the crown diamond. And so the diamond bonus pool is once you have met the rank of diamond, you get a share of 2% of the total sales of the company each and every month. And so if the company does $1 million, okay, that's a nice chunk of change. And then you're going to earn 2% of $1 million. And that's each and every month. Okay, that's each and every month. And so if you think about it, 10% of $1 million is 100,000. So 2% is $20,000. That's a $20,000 bonus check just for being there. And if you take a look at the next level, which is not updated here yet, but will be, I believe it's an additional 0.5% for the crown diamond. They get 0.5% of that million. Now, the thing is, the company isn't doing just $1 million a month. We are approaching 10 million already. So a $10 million a month sales of complete company sales, you think about that, if we break that down, 10% of that is $1 million, 2%, okay, 2% of that, if we have 10% is $1 million, now we break that down, what is 2 of that? We're just moving our decimal over one place. You're earning $200,000. Okay, of that they're sharing $200,000. Now that doesn't mean that everyone's going to get 200,000, but they're sharing that 200,000. And there's maybe there's 20 diamonds right now. So divide that by 10. They're each getting 10 grand. The person who's a crown diamond though, if 200,000 is 1%, 100,000 would be 1%, 50,000 would be that 0.5%. If there's only one crown diamond, they're getting a $50,000 check. And so it's a nice little perk and nice little incentive. Right now there's one crown diamond. I believe that maybe there's another 1 or 2 that are close to approaching that number. And so again, there's a lot of benefits to continuing to grow and to continuing to stay with LiveGood and not giving up on your $9.95 membership. Again, I would highly recommend coming in at the $99 for the annual. That way you don't have to worry about, forgetting a payment or missing or having a lapse or maybe something happening with the credit card. And that way you don't ever lose your position. And so I do want to show you a little bit about that. If you're interested as far as the team, if you don't want to listen to anything else I've shared so far, again, you can just go down and click any link. Maybe you've done that already. We are almost 40 minutes in here, so I appreciate your patience watching. Maybe you've watched it on double speed to speed things up and share some time, because I appreciate you spending it with me here. But I do want to share what goes on every Thursday night. What will happen is places will start to fill. And so if I go into this first where it says my referrals, the referral part is going to be where you're going to see people that you've personally sponsored, and you can see where they are. So they're just pre-enrolled, 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 pre-enrolled. But we can see some on the next page. These are just from a recent advertisement that I just did. And now notice we have some members, member. And again, those are people that actually upgraded and are actually part of the program as a paid member. So they paid their $40 registration fee, they're paying their monthly fee. And so if we go down, I'm gonna like go down to this person here. Notice these are all filled. If we go here now, notice there are empty spaces. So if we just looked at this person, let's say MusaD sponsored someone. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces available. The next person that would be sponsored would go in their next available level, which obviously is all in this level, but it would be this position here. The matrix goes back and forth of the platform, goes back and forth so it balances it out. So for example, it would go here, and then it would fill this position, and then it would jump over to this position so that the left and right are maintaining balance. Then it would come back and do this one and this one. Then it comes back and does here, and then it's this one so that the left is filling, and then this next person gets one, then this person's going to get one, then it will come back over here, and this one's going to get one. So if we were to look at Talas, for example, Tala has more available. His next available spot is going to be here and here. Now, if Mark comes in and sponsors someone this week, they would go there, and maybe Rudy sponsors someone, they would go there, and then Tala's next person would go down here. So it goes to the closest position available at the highest opening near the person who sponsored them. So again, like I said, if Mark, let's say if both Tala and Mark sponsored people, Mark's person would go here first. And if Mark and Tala were the only people to sponsor, Mark's person would go in the highest position right below Mark. And then the next available position for Tala would then be over here. Okay? If Tala sponsored 2 people, the person who joined, basically really the person who pre-enrolled first, but assuming they joined within that span of the Friday through Thursday, whoever pre-enrolled first, you've probably seen something about the power line. The power line brings you up higher. Whoever pre-enrolled first, they would go in this position. Like I said, let's say Mark sponsored someone, so his highest position is here. Tala sponsored 2 people. The first person would come here, and then the next person would start alternating. One would go here. Then next week, let's say he sponsored someone, it would go here. Then it would come back over to this person, then back over to this person. So it flows back and forth. At least that's what I've determined and what I've seen through this growth. And so you cannot place anyone there. You cannot promise anyone a position. You cannot stick anyone anywhere. Sometimes it's just left up to random fate or, just randomness, luck possibly where someone may end up. So in some cases, people have not recruited anyone, but people above them have what's called spillover. So for example, I sponsored all of these people. Okay, I sponsored Tal, I sponsored Mark, I sponsored Mr. Kanazawa, I sponsored Patricia, and I sponsored Rudy. So if we're looking at just the position of Tala, I have spilled over 1, 2, 3, 4 people underneath him. What's going to happen, though, is if someone elects to not pay their membership fee, they lose their position and everyone moves up. So, for example, let's say Mark decides not to pay his membership fee. This spot in this position will move up to it because he's been the longest existing person there. Now, if Tala decided not to pay their position, it would depend on who joined first, Rudy or Mark. They would fill in that spot. And sometimes that can become a benefit where if someone slides up, they may actually gain people that were below them. So for example, right now Mark only has 1 person below him, but if Mark slid up into this position, this person would also slide up to fill the next available spot. They would now have their original spot, their original spot, and then they would have 2 other people that boom out of nowhere came in. So again, that's another incentive to make sure that you are maintaining your monthly position. Again, it's only $9.95. Likely most people around the world can easily afford that. You can pay with credit card that's backed with, I believe, Visa, MasterCard. Those are the main 2, but I believe also Discover. And you can pay with up to about 20 different cryptocurrencies, which really makes it available for people in other countries because they may not have a bank account, they may not have a credit card or a Visa or MasterCard, but they may have a phone that has apps and they have wallets and they have a lot of cryptocurrency that they could easily change into one cryptocurrency that's available to use for the company. The company will also pay out in cryptocurrency, or the company will pay into an e-wallet, or the company will pay in direct deposit. I live in the United States, so I elected to choose direct deposit. It's great because every Thursday night, those payments have hit my bank account and I've got them and there's no fees taken out of them. That's the best thing. If you're dealing with an e-wallet or if you're dealing with a crypto wallet, there's often fees that are associated with getting money from the wallet into your bank account or onto your phone or somewhere else, or getting the money, if you pay in crypto and then trade in crypto, you then end up getting various fees. So obviously for people living in the United States, this is huge because you can use direct deposit and there's no fees associated with it. And then you have that money available. Again, like I said, every Thursday night, for probably 12 weeks now. What do we got? So I got February, March, April, May. So 4 months and, or 15 months because I didn't earn anything the first couple of weeks until I started sponsoring people. But I've gotten paid pretty much every single week. And you saw some of those payments. And again, just to go back and show you that, my earnings, they fluctuated because some weeks I've put more effort in. Some weeks I had life going on, busy, but it's continued to grow. So, 25 some weeks, 100, 66, 100, went up to 100, down to 25, up to 130, down to 97, down to 40, down to 13. 13 was the monthly bonus though. Then I went up to 60, down to 25, back to 82. So again, it's fluctuated. A lot of it, again, is what you put into it. Something I've always told my students, my players, my team, you get out of it what you put into it. Obviously, if you're not going to put any effort in, don't expect weekly commissions to continue to grow. The more people you reach out to, the more tours you give, the more people that are going to see and more eyeballs are going to see the actual company, and the better chance you have to actually start recruiting people and sponsoring people. And so you saw that last page or a few minutes ago where I showed you the people who had pre-enrolled. I just invested some money into an advertisement. And, I'm using some of my commissions to do that. I've taken some of my money to buy products. Like I said, the protein is my favorite. I like the super reds and the super greens mixed in, but I'm also doing the vitamins. I'm trying the CBD pain relief cream. I'm trying a couple different things to see which works best for me. And so I highly recommend you check out LiveGood. Like I said from the beginning, LiveGood is not necessarily blocked into being just a health and wellness company. Right now, that's what it is started as the products, to allow, again, people to have low price products at a great price that are high quality and to earn commissions on them as well. But at the same time, we have the ability to add in anything. We could, as they mentioned, we could add in vacations. We could add in, healthy and clean cleaning supplies that are less toxic for your body. We could add in, someone mentioned on a training video that we could add in, like cell phone covers that may, block radiation or something like that. So there's a lot of things that we could do and expand on. They're not limiting themselves. And right now we're in the beginning. Again, like I said, they originally launched in December 2022. It took a few months to get to the first 100,000 members. And then every month since, it's been 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. So we were likely looking at 1 million people that are active members by the end of this year. And as they say, the only place, I'm going to continue to sponsor, the only place those people can go is below. And so if you're looking for a team of active members, I would love to have you. I'm looking for motivated people. I'm looking for people that want and have better desires and better goals for themselves and their family. I'm looking for people that are experienced. I'm looking for people that don't have experience, okay? Obviously, we will help you out. My sponsor is the #1 enroller in the whole company. His sponsor, I believe, is the #4 enroller. And we have the ability to use their platforms and also use their information. They have documents and they have email swipes and they have images. They have all different things. They have funnels that we can use. But really, you can use whatever you want. And the key thing is to, get in touch with people, talk to them, share your link, and get them to take the tour. And so all you got to do is click the link below. If you've made it all the way to the end, I congratulate you. Take that tour. Maybe you've heard a little bit of my voice, a couple things that I've talked about. Feel free to look at all the other videos I have on my channel. I talk about, the truth behind the power line, the truth behind the matrix, how it fills in. I go a little more in depth to that, but hopefully this has given you a big overview of what is LiveGood, and I look forward to any questions you have, and I look forward even more to you joining my team. So just go and click below, or you can go to joindavegardner.com. Again, that is joindavegardner.com, and you will see my 5-minute tour. You can learn more, and you can pre-enroll and lock in your position. All right. Take care. Thanks.